Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tea with Z. My name is Zamel Solanki, and it's an absolute pleasure to be joining each and every one of you again on another episode this morning. And if you haven't gotten your cuppa, your tea, your coffee, whatever it is that you're having, go and grab that now because we're going to be jumping into this episode shortly. And if you're watching, definitely, like always, let's get some energy exchange happening. So give me a like, give me a heart. If you are watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and also the bell for the notifications to get alerted to view these episodes, but plus the other content that gets put out exclusively on YouTube as well. And if you are watching on LinkedIn, a special shout out to you this morning as well. And talking about special shout outs, the Limitless Network. The Limitless Network, as you know, is a group of like-minded people creating a community all about health. You know, at the end of the day, our core values for most of us is health. Because without health, what do we have? You know, at the end of the day, how do we live if we're not, if we don't have an element of health to us? So that's a group of like-minded people that is a community that value health in any way, shape, or form. But the benefit as well of joining the Limitless Network is that we do an exclusive episode of Tea with Z every Friday in there. So, all right, kicking off today's episode. Let's grab another drink. Today's episode. So we've been talking a lot about, I guess the journey that we've been on because we hit our 100th episode milestone this week, and it's been absolutely awesome. So special thank you to all of those that have reached out and said a personal congratulations, because as you know, each and every morning we deliver this content, and of course, it takes time, it takes effort, but at the end of the day, the purpose of this is that if you're just taking away just one takeaway, but then using that information, so it doesn't just become shelf help, it's information that can be used and employed in your life for your personal sense, for your family, but also for your business, whatever shape or form that business might be in. It doesn't have to be specifically a health related business, but let's be honest, all of our business in some way, shape, or form have the ability to impact our health and well-being. We talk about this all the time. You might even be a clothing store and you're clothing people to encourage them to partake in exercise activities. You might have activewear. Well, that's obviously the purpose of that clothes is to encourage people to, undertake meaningful exercise or to even embrace exercise and be comfortable doing it. So whatever it might look like for you, we are all health entrepreneurs in our own right, even if it's just encouraging our children to eat a little bit healthier. That is taking charge of our health and well-being. And as a result of, going on this journey with Tea with Z, we've really started to explore a lot of different topics. And this week we've been covering off the journey from, episode 1 to episode 100. And yesterday we looked at the teething issues. And if you haven't jumped on to that episode yet, go and check it out. And that was inspired by what we're going through with our daughter at the moment. Our daughter is actually teething now because we can feel the tooth coming through. We thought she's been teething for some months now, and it's been just hard to tell. As soon as it, I guess her behavior's kind of changed, I guess over these past few months, and we started attributing that to teething. But now, yes, definitely, it's definitely set in stone. And what I wanted to do today was really explain, I guess, how I've handled all of the teething issues coming up with Tea with Z. So even this platform that I'm presenting to you through at the moment. And as you know, I drop these comments via these platforms. And if you are watching, say, in our Limitless Network, we have to actually use or get an additional permission from you to be able to see your name when you're commenting in the comment section below. And that's what this little message is about here. And these are all these little teething issues that we learned along the way when people would, interact and comment, and it would come up just as, Facebook user. And I'd be like, oh, who's chatting with us? Because I want to start to engage. At the end of the day, if you're dropping comments in the comment section below, it's really important that we, I guess, not only have the opportunity to engage on the video, but also even after as well, because the comments don't disappear on whatever social platform you're using. And I, as you know, respond to each and every one of those either in the video or after the video as well. So those are the sorts of teething issues that we sort of came across. It was not just about choosing the right platform, but it's also about getting all of the AV set up and all of that as well. Now, as there's amazing resources that have come out as a result of the COVID pandemic. This interaction is somewhat normal now. Chatting to camera, talking to an audience virtually has become so mainstream now. And so there's been a plethora of resources available to help guide me and to, I guess, create an experience for you to be able to engage with meaningfully, but for me to also engage meaningfully with you as well. But as we've gone on this journey and these teething issues have popped up, I wanted today to spend some time to really, I guess, identify what tools and resources and tips and tricks that I've used to help to understand and get through these challenges and pain points along this journey. So the first thing, one, is really to identify, well, the why. Why am I doing T with Z? Why am I doing with T with Z? Well, my purpose is to help health entrepreneurs succeed. And I believe each and every one of us is a health entrepreneur in our own right, for our personal health journey, for our business health journey, for our community health journey. We are a health entrepreneur or healthpreneur in our own right. And I'm going to start using that term more and more as we go forward. It's going to be, rather than health entrepreneurs, healthpreneur. Because let's be honest, we're Australian and we love to shorten everything. Now, I can't claim credit for that term. That term has been around, but it's not really widely used. But at the end of the day, as healthpreneurs, we want to really start to embrace the journey of valuing health. And so this is why I've started T with Z, was to start normalizing the conversations and to start thinking about our own health journeys a little bit differently, but the way in which we can relate it to our personal and professional lives, and to give you content and a context around, just looking at things a little bit differently, but also growing the community of the Limitless Network. And the details of the Limitless Network and how to join are simply below. Because at the end of the day, the Limitless Network is an amazing network of people that we're growing as a community that can have open discussions about health and well-being and how we can support ourselves, our family, on our health journey as well. So that's the main purpose of TBZ. So firstly, I needed to identify why. And with that purpose has allowed me to then push through any of those roadblocks or challenges when I've linked them to my values. So my values is to help share the knowledge that I have as a pharmacist, as a qualified personal trainer, somebody that has a real keen interest. So in what I call the 3 pillars of health. So you've got like medical health, you've got exercise, so you got physiological, and then you've also got sleep and nutrition and all of these other aspects as well. So when you look at sleep, nutrition, and movement, those are my 3 pillars of I guess health and well-being. You've got your pharmaceutical side, but then you pair it with these 3 pillars as well, really, I guess, allows us to create a holistic message that we as healthpreneurs can take charge of our own health and well-being. And when that fails, or when we are struggling with that, then we can seek the professional help of our doctors, of our pharmacists, of our allied health professionals, of all of our health professionals to help us tune our bodies to the maximum ability. So we start off with purpose and we link that to our values of going, well, why are we doing this? Well, one, I want to create a better future. One of our most important values, and my number one value, is family. And I know, and I've been through loss at a very young age with family due to health-related illnesses. I've seen firsthand the devastation that it can cause and bring, and felt that firsthand to a family when health isn't prioritized and the impacts it can have. And as a result of that, this is one of my values, is to be able to encourage you and to support you on your journey to support your family. Because like, even if I'm just giving value out of each and every episode and even just having a conversation with Natasha about this, and we do all the time, then there's honestly no different message between what I chat with Natasha about versus what I chat to each and every one of you about on Tea with Z. All I'm doing is I'm putting a camera. And so the opportunity to have these conversations and to be able to share that in today's environment where we can put this content out and share this content is so much more meaningful. So tying it to my values has allowed me to then push through and make sure that I am delivering this content each and every weekday. And thirdly, it's reviewing what works and what doesn't. So I get some analytics, I get some debriefs, and I'm just going to start to refine and go through that. But that's why I really encourage you. And I actively, each and every episode, I'm always seeking your feedback. I'm always seeking your feedback. And some of you DM me, some of you call me, some of you, we're friends and we'll catch up in person. And at the end of the day, I'm, very blessed to be able to do that as well, given the times. And I'll seek feedback on what we can do to improve, and we'll debrief on that. We'll debrief and we'll review and we'll try and do things a little bit differently, or the topics that we talk about a little bit differently as well. So those are the three things. We start with purpose. So we're, really identifying that why. We then cover off and link it to my values, and that intrinsically motivates me to fire up and to deliver this content each morning. And lastly, we debrief, we seek feedback, and we review and refine. And by doing those three things, that's allowed us to push through these challenges or these teething issues that, like with any new venture, come about. But even the teething issues, and as I mentioned yesterday, the things is we grow and expand on what we're already doing. Those things that we already do in our lives, in our businesses. There's always a better way. There's always a better way. We've just got to stop, pause, review, refine. So that's it from me today. So tell me, I guess, so like I always do is, today I'm going to just very simply drop your feedback in the comment section below. Now that we're entering this new chapter of what we're doing, tell me your feedback. Tell me your feedback of what you want, what topics you want covered, or how I can support you. How I can support you even better moving forward in this next chapter. So we've established what Tea with Z is about. Do you want it to be more interactive? Do you want me to bring more people on board and start to have more episodes? And we are, and I've talked about this a lot, is going to be starting a podcast as well. So, and that's where I'll be interviewing other people as well. That's not because Tea with Z is about me talking. Podcast is a great forum to bring other people on the journey as well. And of course, we'll be recording that in with the video as well. So there's a lot of things, in the pipework, but definitely give me your feedback. And even if you want to do some stuff together, and there was, a special shout out to Brianna who, reached out and earlier in this first chapter, reached out and said, can we talk about some things? And, we had her on Tea with Z, and that was absolutely incredible. So special shout out to you, Brianna, for joining me on Tea with Z. And so if you want to see more stuff like that, drop comments in the comment section below. And if you are even a person that just wants to have a chat and jump on, reach out. If you yourself have, want to start to embrace, your confidence and your ability to even chat on a platform like this, hey, I'm happy to assist as well and work with you for that. So that's it from me today. Really look forward to hearing and reading, I should say, your comments in the comment section below for your feedback on whatever platform you're watching this on, because that's, at the end of the day, the really, really exciting part. So from my heart to yours, thank you so much for watching today. And I really look forward to catching up with you on another episode of Tea with Z tomorrow. Have an awesome day and catch you then.